Today, my fellow geologists, we are going to be exploring a geology mod, BetterGeo, because, well, who doesn't love slightly better geology? We have been cast back to Minecraft 1.12, since that's what this mod supports, but I thought it could be fun to have an explore and see what this mod is all about, because apparently it gives us some pretty awesome geological tidbits. I guess we need to... Well, it's actually changed some of the achievements. Oh wow, we've got clay-rich till! That's fantastic. Till is basically deposited as Ice Age glaciers retreat. That's awesome. I suppose we're going to have to mine ourselves some trees. From there we can make ourselves a few tools. We are on a survival mode. I was kind of tempted to do this on creative, but then I thought, we'll have a bit of a play around on survival. Let's make ourselves some tools then. Pickaxe, a spade. So, are we on just some sort of a little island here? It almost looks like it. Like an island in the middle of nowhere. There's another little patch of land over there. I guess, let's get down to the shoreline and then just think about digging down a little bit, I guess. Oh, we've got some other stuff. It's a little bit of sand. Is that just normal sand? Yeah, sand is just sand. I guess then, let's just start digging down. See what we can encounter rock-wise. What is this supposed to be then? Something new. Okay, we've got a bit of limestone. Nice, nice. It's going to be sandstone, one assumes. It looks like it. It's yellow. Oh. What did that turn into? Huh? Find that again. Oh, it's coal. I suppose that's interesting, actually, because in reality, you can get coal in lots of different rock formations. And so it's kind of interesting that they've put that in a bit of sandstone. That's nice to see compared to like the base game. It'll be handy to have a little bit of coal anyway, so let's just mine this coal out, I guess. Oh nice, I can use the limestone to make myself a stone pickaxe. That was handy. I was slightly beginning to worry there wasn't going to be any cobblestone at all in this game, because cobblestone isn't actually a real thing, and therefore I was never going to be able to make myself a stone pickaxe until I found like some iron to make an iron one. Is that a bit of flint out of sandstone? You don't normally get flint in sandstone. You get it quite regularly in chalk, at least in sort of UK geology. I suppose it's not impossible, but kind of unlikely. We're actually in a really large patch of sandstone here, which is something you don't really get in the base game, right? Rock formations in base Minecraft tend to be very small, but in reality, geological formations stretch for miles and are often hundreds of meters deep, if not thousands of meters deep. And so you don't tend to just get very small patches of random clumps of sandstone. You know, sandstone is laid down over huge areas, so you should be getting huge formations of it. So it's actually kind of nice to see that in this mod, that we're getting sort of slightly larger areas of stuff. Although, I must admit, I would quite like to mine through the bottom of it now to see what else there is. Oh, it looks like we've encountered ourselves a new rock. What do we think it's going to be then? Well, it's dark black. I mean, everyone's initial thought is probably going to be basalt. Although, I guess slightly odd to have a sort of a sandstone lying unconformably on a basalt. But let's see. Let's mine it away. What have we got ourselves? Oh, some shale. Now that makes a lot more sense. Nice. Shale is actually just enormously common. It's just like a clay-rich mudstone, really. Although I think sometimes the term is kind of applied just to anything that's basically a mudstone. If you think of it, they can't really show it here very easily in Minecraft. But if you think of, you've probably all seen shale at some point in your life. It's extremely like fissile. It breaks into really thin layers. It's kind of really quite common. It makes a lot more sense to have a sandstone on top of a shale. So glad this mod has introduced shale into the game. That's really, really rather cool. I also quite like that there's fairly distinct boundary layers. And that tends to be relatively represented in geology. Things do get changed because you get faults, folds, and sort of structural geology that can change things. You can also get river channels during deposition, which sort of cause cutouts and stuff. But generally speaking, on a broad sense, beds tend to be laid down flat, and then when there's an environmental change, in sedimentary geology at least, you then tend to get a different bed, like the sandstone laid down on top. So it's kind of nice to see that we're getting these sort of larger flat layers in changing geology. Everything's a bit more distinct rather than quite so random as it is in normal Minecraft. Almost looks like we're about to go back into the limestone. I can also keep hearing a zombie somewhere around near me. We are back into the limestone again. Nice. Oh god, zombie, get back. I've only got a stone sword. Do we even have shields in 1.12? I actually don't know, I've never played 1.12 before. Die. I suppose we should probably have lit up a slightly larger area around my base entrance. Gonna have to get ourselves some food on the go here. We're about to starve to death. It was a testing night. We had quite a lot of stuff try to attack us. Let's just get a few raw pork chops on the old cooking. And now we're back to full health. We can continue our mining operation. Oh, back into some more sandstone. Ooh, is this a new rock? What have we got? What have we got? Oh, we got some gabbro. Well, gabbro has since been introduced into the game, I think. Gabbro is interesting because it's like a really coarse-grained igneous rock. So you always know, I think I've talked about in previous videos, when things are coarse-grained, it means they've just cooled very slowly. Crystals have had time to form. Should be quite hard, which is probably why it takes quite so long to mine each block of it. Oh goodness, this could take us a while to get through this layer. I've had a change of plan. Rather than mining down to a super deep hole, since we're so basically in the middle of an ocean, let's gather some wood, build ourselves a boat, and go for a bit of a sail around. We might be able to see some epic geology in the sort of side walls of cliffs and stuff. Build ourselves a little oak boat. Doink. Right. Let's go sailing. Certainly looks like a slightly different type of gravel. What is this supposed to be? Spade? Where's my spade? Ah, boulder till. Another type of till. Basically another glacial deposit. God, there's a lot of it they've placed down. That's kind of cool. Actually looks like a different sort of mud rock here as well. What's this supposed to be? Podzol. Oh, I'm not familiar with that. I'll actually have to look that one up. What's that supposed to be? Apparently it technically means under ash. Often found in moorlands and stuff. It's like a very rich soil. That's kind of interesting. Didn't actually know that. But I guess soil is slightly out of my field. Kind of cool. I don't know why I'm gathering so much of it. I've no particular short-term use of it. It would be kind of cool if you got that in the base game though, and things like grew quicker, crops grew quicker on it. That would be kind of nice. Okay, well, we're exploring quite a lot of new rock types so far. Let's keep on sailing round. Oh, this is a bit more like it. This is more what I had in mind. Crikey, this is a bit more of a cliff exposure. So it's slightly more what I mean with these slightly thicker bands. It's kind of slightly hard because it's all kind of been, I guess, eroded away and then got some sort of topsoil placed on it. But you can kind of see bands of shale, limestone and then sandstones. It's all sedimentary, which kind of makes sense. Whoa, okay, that is a big hole in the middle. Crikey, ooh, what's that supposed to be over there? This makes for certainly quite an impressive cave feature, doesn't it? How am I going to get myself down there? Let's just build ourselves a little ledge, I guess. Now, hopefully I can just hop down there. We survived! Okay, let's have a little mine of one of this then. What is this? Oh, this is iron ore. Oh, wow, I can see now how they've placed that. Oh, that's very cool. Nice as well that the iron ore is basically in the sandstone, which is probably one of the more common ways you get sort of iron ore. Obviously, you don't really get sort of specific bands, and then you get like bits like that. You know, iron ore will have a very low grade. You'll take tons and tons of ore out of the ground to get iron out of it. In places like near where I live, there's something called like the Northampton Ironstone, which contains iron ore, but it's in small quantities. Since some iron tools would be handy, I suppose it'd be rude not to mine a little bit of this. Shame iron ore veins aren't this available in the main game. Would make life a lot easier. But since we're here, I suppose it would be rude to not make ourselves a little smelter. Placing our coal, placing our iron ore. Oh, it doesn't smelt. Okay, interesting. Do we have to craft it in the furnace? Okay, apparently we need to find ourselves some feldspar before we can upgrade our furnace into a smeltery, and then we can use the crushed ore in that along with quite a lot of coal to start to produce some iron. Crikey, the smelting process is a lot more complicated. While we're waiting for daylight to arrive, because I don't actually have any wool, I suppose we might as well strip mine some iron. It's such a nicer way of mining iron. It feels so much more realistic, like these big sort of strip mines like this. This is such a better way of doing it. You end up with a lot of iron ore, but I think by the time we actually get the smeltery upgraded and we start to do it through the crushed iron ore and start to get it down and the slag and everything, then I think it's actually not going to end up with as much iron as it initially looks like. It's going to be a lot more realistic. Well, a new day is dawning, so I thought we should get ourselves back out into the sun because we need to go and find some feldspar to make this smeltery thing. Hopefully this burning skeleton won't kill me, but I do need to kill the sheep. Ow. Just burn to death, please. I need your wool to make myself a bed. Creeper. Please don't detonate on me. God, look at the size of some of this stuff. It is really quite epic. Is this going to be some sort of like a gravel here in the middle? Or is it going to be like a conglomerate? Who knows? Let's go and have a little mine of this stuff. I'm going to go with like a conglomerate or like a grey wacky or something like that. But let's see, let's see. Oh, it's pebbles. I really overthought that. Oh, it's like a raised beach deposit. Nice, nice. Let's just explore up this little hillside then. We're right in the clouds. There's certainly a lot more coal in this version. Ooh, what's that over there? That's a different rock type, I think, again. How are we going to get down here then without killing ourselves? Ow. Whew. Ow. The main ow. What is this then? New rock type. New rock type alert. Oh, it's a schist. Nice. So I've been mining myself out some gneiss, which leads to one of the best geology jokes I know. Because in gneiss you have planes of cleavage, which is the direction it splits. So you can actually say, wow, that's some nice cleavage. Yep, I'll show myself out. But the upshot of all this nice mining, oh, another one, nice mining, is the fact that I've got some feldspar from it, and I've been able to build myself a smeltery. So we've got ourselves set up in this little area. I've even built myself a bed, so it means we didn't have to go through the whole night cycle manually. But we need a lot of coal, and I remembered that I left all my coal in the last place. Yep, so that was not very helpful. So we now need to go off and do a little bit of exploring to find some coal. But I'm going to leave everything here as my base of operations, so yeah, let's go and find ourselves some coal. Aha! Some coal! Great success. I'm walking around, all I can find is blimmin' shale everywhere. Nice, there's actually some coal over here in the limestone. Perfect. Let's go and mine this. Well, that was an enormous vein of coal. That is going to be a nightmare in editing to cut all that together. Ah, dear. Well, it did mean we ended up with 54 coal, though, from that one vein, which is nice. So I guess we need to make our way back to our furnace, and then we can actually, hopefully, start smelting our iron. Have to get a little bit of food cooked up first, though. Okay, so that gets us back to full health. So I think then we have to put in the crushed iron ore, and then how much coal do we need? I need a piece on each. Okay, so let's stick some coal in there as well then. And then this should produce an iron ingot. Nice, it's probably blasting away, isn't it? Nice, and it produces iron ore slag. That's so cool. That's so cool. And that is what really, obviously when you melt iron, you get a lot of waste product. Because a bit of iron ore just isn't pure iron. Let's get a full stack in then. And let's keep production going. Let's get some iron ore melting away. Oh, I saw this in one of the patch notes that the furnace produces pollution and it puts like ash tiles. Apparently they're poisonous. Ow! Yep, they are. Yep, they are poisonous. Okay, yeah. The apparently the smelter, because obviously smelting iron is a very, very dirty business. Produces a lot of ash and pollution around itself. They put in these little pollution tiles that appear around the smelter. That's kind of cool. Oh, there's another one there. From where the falling ash, to the longer you burn stuff with it, the more polluted the area around it gets. That's so cool. Well, there we go. We got us to 15 iron ingots. We did cause a little bit of pollution around our area. Oops, don't mind me. I wonder if we can we actually destroy it? What does it actually give us? Yeah, it's just ash. Drops ash over it. Stop polluting. Turn off. How long has this coal got left? Stop burning. You're polluting my world. Okay, well at least we should be able to now make ourselves some iron tools. Like that. We can have an iron pickaxe, a bit of an iron spade. We can have an iron hand axe as well, which is nice. And we can probably even treat ourselves to a little iron sword as well. Lovely. Nice. There we go, starting to look a lot better. If you may have noticed, I've got my little geological outfit on now. I've got a little hard hat, little high-vis jacket. Someone sent me this in an email as a skin. It's really rather cool. I like it, so thank you to that person. I'm a little walking job. Oh, there's ash on top of my bloody smelter now. Okay, it's turned off, thank God. The pollution is going to stop for now. But I think this is quite a cool little mod. It certainly changes up the geology of the world quite a lot. It is fairly radically different, adds in lots of new rocks. And I suspect we've only explored half of them because I haven't really gone down deep enough. Although, with this being 1.12, I suspect it's not quite as deep as things are in 1.18 because I think that made the world a lot deeper, the bedrock a lot deeper down. But anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed this little bit of a look at a geology mod. I'll put a link to it in the description down below. Let me know what you think in the comments. And thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you all on the next one.